There's other options in here you can explore. It's completely up to you. We'll come back to products, but I'm going to go back to shipping to make this video as short and sweet as I possibly can. Shipping is up to you. So when you click on shipping, this is a window you're going to get. You can click here and add your shipping policies. So I have done that already. I'm going to say to the customer, I will ship in 3 to 5 business days. I kind of made a little bit extra here because I have a lot of feathers and things. If you have things that can't be shipped to the US, you might want to put that in there, which is what I've done. Some items cannot be shipped outside of Canada. And then I do not accept returns or give refunds. Unless an item arrives broken. If it arrives broken, I'm asking the customer to take a photo and send it to me right away, because when I use Canada Post, I'm getting up to $100 insurance with Canada Post. So if I can prove that that arrived damaged, I go back to Canada Post and talk to them. You're going to need to have a Canada Post account. This is my Canada Post account, and this is going to help you to sort out some of your shipping solutions. Shipping is a tough one, and you have to do it in a way that you're not going to lose, but you're not going to make money off shipping either. You're making money off of your product. So what I do in order to see what shipping is going to sort of cost me, I'll do create a new shipment and just sort of feel it out. So I know that my feather bundles are like 2 feet long, so I have these long boxes. And if I put it in here under a few different addresses, I'll get an idea of what it's going to cost me to send that long box. So this is my information. Click next. This is where you're going to send it to. So let's just say we're going to send it to Joe. Joe is in, I don't even know, 1/20th. There. We're sending this to Joe in Alberta. You can put his phone, but you kind of want to do this one if you can, is put his email in, because that way when you put the package in the box, he's going to get an email saying, you know, I put the package in the box and it's on its way. Click next and it's going to bring you to the package. So I don't really have any saved details. I'm just going to go right here and say, okay, my long boxes that I put feathers in are 60 centimeters by 16 by 16. And generally speaking, so I have a little scale from Amazon. It cost me like 20 bucks. It's got a battery in it, and I put the box on it, and it tells me what it weighs in either pounds or kilo. I'm starting to shift over to centimeters and kilograms, because it is easier with Canada Post than doing inches. But I will just say, for example, my box is going to be 320 grams. So that's 0.320 kilograms. And then click next. And now we know that to get my average size box to Alberta, I've got these options, but it's basically going to be $20. Okay. So these are Canada Post options, which you can choose. If you have a person that needs it yesterday, go ahead, but they're going to pay 50 bucks, right? So you'll have to deal with that on your own. And you can put in allowances in your dashboard for what it's going to cost. So if I want to change this, let's edit that. And let's say that Joe is in Ottawa, which is much closer to me. Let's say Bank Street, Ottawa. We'll just pick anything. 77 Bank Street, Ottawa. There we go. And click next. And I don't remember what I said, but let's just say 60 by 16 by 16 and 0.320, which is 320 grams or 0.320 kilograms, 32 kilograms, and click next. Now it's only going to cost me $13 to ship to Ottawa. So you will be able to get a really good idea here of what it's going to cost you. And don't forget, there's tax on that and this fuel surcharge. But fortunately over here, it'll give you the total amount. So it's, you know, I would say $15 for sure. Come back to your dashboard and let's get into shipping. I'm going to save, this is my shipping settings where I can put my policy and refund policy. I'm going to save that. And I want to go back to the zone list. So you can see right now, I have no methods set. This is where you're going to be at when you sign in. And I'm going to start with Canada because I think most of our buyers will be Canadian. There will also be USA. So Canada, I'm going to click on Canada first. This is where you're able to limit your zone location. So if you don't like people in Newfoundland, you can eliminate them. I don't see any reason to do this because here's the idea. If it costs me $13 to send this feather to Ottawa, and it costs me $23 to send this feather to Alberta, I'm going to set my shipping settings at $20 because ultimately that is going to balance out on some level. And this really is the only way to do shipping in a multi-vendor store like this. I can't set up a shipping like Etsy. I don't know how. And I'm looking into options to do that with some WordPress developers. And so if that ever changes, I will let you know. But I think this is the best way to do it for now. So down this, we're still in Canada. Down here, I'm going to add a shipping method, and it's going to be flat rate. And I'm going to add that shipping method. There we go. So that's turned on. And now I have to go in and edit that. So these formulas right here, please notice this was hard for me at first, but this scrolls down. It doesn't just end there. So don't forget. This is actually a big page, but it just kind of looks pathetic on here. But anyway, this formula right here, it's going to charge X amount of dollars for every item. And that's what this quantity is in brackets. So I'm just going to highlight this and put 0 right here for cost. The reason I'm doing that is because we're going to scroll down and we're going to set this up based on size. So most of us aren't charging tax, so you can leave that at none and keep scrolling. So here's our shipping class costs. Extra large item. So for example, Wesley makes sculptures and some of them are huge. So we've put in an extra large items. You will see extra large. This is an envelope. Please notice, I'm going to make that a little more clear, but just know that there's one in here for envelopes, and that's because I send my little books and I wanted an envelope shipping class. Then there's large, medium, and small. So based on what you just looked at in Canada Post, let's start with extra large. So again, I'm copying and pasting this formula right here. And I'm going to say that my sculpture to send to Ottawa would probably cost me $25. To send to Alberta, it's most likely going to charge me, it's going to cost me $35 or $40. So in here, I'm going to put what I think is reasonable so that I don't make money and I don't lose money. I just want to cover my costs on shipping so that I can sell more product. So in here for my extra large, I'm going to say put $40. That should cover me. So every sculpture I sell, it's going to be $40 to ship it. And that's what that quantity says in the bracket. So if somebody buys 3 sculptures, it's going to be 40 times 3. So $120 in shipping because it's going to charge for every single one. These are my envelopes. So this is a 6x9 envelope that I ship my little books in, and generally they cost me about $4. So I'm going to put $4 in there for every book. Here's the thing, you will gain from this too, because I can put 2 books in one envelope. So if someone's buying 2 books, I'm going to end up putting 2 in one envelope, and they're going to be charged on quantity. So you can save, because you don't have to, you can ship more than one thing in a box, right? Large items. So I consider my feather box that we just went through on Canada Post to be my large items. And my standard shipping rate for any feather bundle is $25 in Canada. I can ship it to BC for $25 and break even. I can ship it to Ottawa for $12 and I make the difference. But making the difference is not profit. Making the difference is balancing out, because then if you ship something to Newfoundland and it costs you $30, you're losing $5, but you've picked it up before. And I know it's a little bit confusing, and it's not like it's not mathematical in any way. It's just that I don't want you to lose. I want you to win. And I don't want you to lose money on shipping. I want you to break even, because shipping is not something that you should be making money on. And don't forget as well, if you have to buy special boxes, packing tape, you want to be able to cover your expenses there. You don't want to lose on shipping. So my large item, I'm going to put in at $25. Medium items, I'm going to put in at $20. And if I have something small, like a piece of jewelry, say a bracelet, my small item, so I've got 35, 25, 20, and I think my small items should be able to travel for 50. You can set this to whatever you want. If you have something really tiny, and it's going to cost you $5, then put in $5. It's completely up to you. This one you can leave blank. This is, for instance, if you've forgotten to put a shipping class cost on something, it'll pick up this number. So, but I don't want you to forget to do that. So we'll look at that real quickly in a second. Calculation type. This is how your customer is going to be charged. So per class means you're going to charge shipping for each shipping class individually. So if that person buys a book and a feather, they're going to get charged $4 for the book, and they're going to get charged $25 for the feather, for a total of $29. That's what they'll be charged for shipping. Per order means they're going to be charged for the most expensive one. So I can send a book inside a feather box. So there's no need to pay for the book separately from the feather. I'm going to click this one, because I know that I can pack my feather into that box and shove a book in there too. So I can save that customer a little bit of money on shipping by putting 2 things in one box. Charge shipping for the most expensive shipping class, which would be my feather. And then I'm going to save those settings. So now your shipping in Canada is set up. It's not easy, but it is easy. I think we expect it to be more complicated than it is. I just want to make sure that you are all putting in shipping costs that are realistic, so you don't lose. Now, as this site grows, Nikki and I aren't going to be able to log into all your sites and make sure you're doing it right. You have your own username and password, and really we shouldn't be asking you that. But we will require your username and password. Should you have a question or not understand how to set up shipping, we're going to have to log into your account directly and set it up for you. We can do that, but if that's the case, make sure your password for IndigenARTSY is not, you should never use the same password across the board for your banking, your Hotmail, your Amazon. Don't use the same password. Use different passwords for everything, because if your password is your dog's name 2020, my dog's name is Otto. So if my password's Otto 2020 for TD Bank, Amazon, IndigenARTSY, it's really getting unsafe, because if someone hacks into one of those, they can try that password on all your stuff. So make sure you're trying to do different passwords for different things. I'm going to save the changes here. The gloves are $55. Let's see what it might look like to calculate shipping. We'll do Canada. We've set that one up. We'll do Manitoba. Let's update that. So this was my medium rate that I put in. So to ship this to Manitoba, I'm going to get $15. And that's probably what it'll cost to ship to Manitoba, if not a little bit less than that. Let's try changing the address and putting in USA. Oh, you have to put in United States. There are no shipping options found for Arizona, Arkansas, United States. Here's the problem with that. That means the customer is not going to get shipped. So if I proceed to checkout, it's basically like giving them free shipping, and we can't do that. So you've got to go and put in, whoops, I did not mean to do that so fast, but we've got to go and put in some prices for the United States. Excuse me. So I'm going to add a shipping method just like we did for Canada, flat rate, add that method. And then come here and edit that. So it's exactly the same as it was for Canada, but we're going to up those rates now because it's going to be more expensive for us to ship into the States. So it's still no tax. Extra large items, well, I'm going to up that to $45. I'm just going to throw $10 extra onto all of this. For my envelope, maybe I'll put $6. So I've upped it by $2. Large items, which was $25 in Canada. What did I put for extra large? 45. So let's do 35. I'm going to set medium items at 25 and small items at 20. And I'm going to do that same thing where I can put the book in the box. So let's just charge for the box, the largest, most expensive shipping class, and save. And save again.